Welcome to my YouTube channel. For those who have not subscribed, please do subscribe. So today we are going to look at Computer Studies Paper 2 Practical that was done in November 2024 this year. It was for 2.5 hours, and this paper, as you can see, it had some instructions to the candidates. So I hope for those who have interacted with that paper, you can just look at the instructions first. And then this paper had two questions. Question number one was from access. You can see this question number one was for access. Then those were the question for access, and then we go to question number two. Which was open. Which came from desktop publishing program. So that is a question for desktop publishing program, and they had to produce something like this. Publishing. So, and they did that, and the whole of this paper was 100 marks. And for this video we are going to look at question number one. The access part. And please do the access part, please do subscribe as we tackle this question, and do comment down there. So thank you very much. Please enjoy the video. Thank you. Subscribe. So question number one, Marcus College of Design intends to use database to manage fee payments from its students. You have been asked to create a database for the college. Open a database program and create a database file called MAQ. That is 1 mark. You have been provided with the following data in the table to be entered, and study it and answer the following. So we were supposed to enter this data the way it is. And then we come and answer these questions. Create the table with the appropriate fields and data types. Set a primary key. Create appropriate relationship. Create a form. Enter data. So we are going to tackle these questions. So let us start with question number 1A. Open a database program and create a database file called MAQ. So come, you can say access. You can put access there. Access. Then you open. Now when you open, the database should be named MAQ. So our access is opening, and blank database. You click blank database and then MAQ. Make sure you type the way it has been typed there, MAQ. And make sure you can save your work in the desktop or any other place. Make sure you choose. You click this folder, it will open a dialog box. Make sure you choose the desktop, documents, downloads, or any other. Then click OK. Then you create that database. As you can see, my database looks like this. My version is 2016 format. So some of you may be using different types of version of database, but it is the same thing. So we have created our database, and we have answered that question number 1A, MAQ. So subscribe. So question number B, you have been provided with the following data in tables to be entered in database. Study it and answer the questions that follow. So we enter this data. So course, there is a course table, course ID, course name, fee. And this course table, the course ID is the primary key. Then we go to tutor. Those tutor, the students, the tutor ID, tutor name, office. No, the tutor, yes. Those are the students. So the tutor ID is the primary key, the tutor name, office, and the course ID. Then the trainee. So sorry, tutor is a teacher, is like a teacher. So the tutor ID is the primary key. Trainee, person who is being trained. The student. Now the primary key is in this table, primary key is the trainee ID. Then we go to the fee payment. In the fee payment, there is the trainee ID, course ID, amount paid. Now in the trainee ID, you can see in the trainee ID, the TR4, this TR4, course ID, the C04. So neither of the trainee ID and the course ID can become primary key. So we cannot put primary key in the fee payments. So this is our table. You can just look at the table quickly. Now course ID here, it is the primary key, but when it comes to tutor and trainee, they become foreign key. This is our parent course table. We say it is the parent table, and this one are the child table. Now this course ID is the primary key, but when it comes to tutor, it is the foreign key. When it comes to trainee, it's the foreign key. When also it comes to fee payment, it is the foreign key. Now trainee ID, in a trainee ID in this table, it is the primary key, but when it comes to the fee payment, it becomes the foreign key. So you need to understand that before you start doing the work. So we go to B1. In B1, create tables with appropriate fields and data types. Set primary key field for each table where applicable. So we are going to create tables with appropriate fields and data types. So, and set a primary key for each table where applicable. So in the fee payment, this fee payment, there is no primary key, so we will not put primary key there. So let us start by designing our tables and putting our data types and the fields, and we shall start with the course table. So come to our access, save your work, then just say course the way it has been written, course table. Course, you can just click OK. So let us open all the tables. Create table. Just quickly, we are just opening the table, tutor table. Save it, tutor table. Click OK. Then we just close. Then create table. Then we go to another trainee table. Trainee table. Trainee table. Click OK. Close. Then create table. Fee payment table. We save it as fee payment, just the way it is. Fee payment table. The payment is capital. The fee payment table, just like that. Fee payment table, the training. So we have created those tables. So let us put the data types. So close it, and then we start with we open. Just right click on the course, you just right click, then click open. Then at the tab you come to design view. You design your now we design the data types, the data course ID, course name, fee. So it has course ID. Course ID is the primary key, and make sure you write the way it has been written. So you can do course ID, and our course ID is the short text. Course name, short text. Fee, you can put it currency or you can put number. So course ID, you can say short text. Course name, course name also short text. Then the fee, you can put it number or currency, but for me I've preferred number, or you can choose currency, whatever you want it, number. Now course ID, make sure it is primary key. You click here, then click primary key. This key here will there's a key which is there's a key which is showing there. There's a key. So we have done what we are supposed to do. So there's a course ID, course name, fee. We have written the way they are: course ID, course name, fee. That is it. We close, we save and close. Then we go to the next table. Our next table is the tutor table. So click tutor, right click, then open, then come to design view. Then in tutor there is the tutor ID, tutor name, office, course ID. So we shall start with the tutor ID, and our tutor ID is the primary key. So already we have the primary key, so we can start tutor ID, and our tutor ID is the short text. then we have, you can confirm tutor ID is the short text. Now if your tutor name is also a short text, write the way it has been written. If it is capital, tutor name also short text. Then we come to office, capital O. Office also is it is numbers. Office is numbers. Office is numbers. Then we have the course ID. You have the course ID, which is the short text also. Now make sure when you are creating your database, if course ID here you have put short text, please even here you put short text. If you put here short text and here you put numbers or any other data type, it may cause problems with your database. So make sure your database is okay. We make sure our database is okay. We have written the way it is. We have appropriate data type. Then we save and then we close. Then we go to trainee, we open. Again we come to design view, and then you come to that table. So this table has trainee ID, trainee name, course ID. So our trainee ID is the primary key. So we type our trainee ID. Trainee ID. Also it is the short text. Then we can just confirm trainee ID is a short text. Trainee name also short text. Course ID, trainee name, trainee name, trainee name also is a short text. Trainee name, course ID, course ID also is a short text. We had earlier put it as short text. So course ID short text, trainee name short text, trainee ID short text. The trainee ID is the primary key. You can see already the primary key is there. If you're having challenges, primary key, you can just come here, table design, primary key. There is a primary key down there. Then we save, we close. Then we open the fee payment. Right click, open. Can open, then come again, design view. Then also fee payment, you can here's the trainee ID, course ID, amount paid. So trainee ID, which is the short text. Then there is the course ID, the short text. Then there is the fee payment, amount paid, which is a number. You can put the amount paid number or currency. Then you can have course ID short text, trainee ID short text. Here in our trainee ID, this one trainee ID is not a primary key, so you can remove the primary key, so it is not a primary key. So we save our work, make sure our work is the way it is. Trainee ID, course ID, amount paid. So trainee ID short text, course ID short text. And even in other tables we had put the same data type, course ID short text, trainee ID short text. So you make sure you do that, save your work, and then close. So these are our tables. We have done our tables, as you can see now. So in this, create the tables with appropriate fields and data type. Set the primary key field for each table where applicable. So you have created the tables with appropriate fields and data type. Set a primary key field for each table where applicable. So that is 10 marks. So please do subscribe. We have gotten our 10 marks. Subscribe. So we have finished B1. Let us go to B2. Create appropriate relationship among the tables. So we are going to create relationship among the tables, so that is 4 marks. And in our tables, just like I said, the tables are the course table is the parent, so the course ID is the primary key. So we are going to link the course table with the tutor, with the trainee, and with the fee payment. That's how we are going to link them. And then the trainee with the fee payment using the trainee ID. This is the primary key, this one is the foreign key. So let me show you how to create a relationship. So go back to your database tools, relationship, and then this one is the relationship. So there's icon for add table. You can just put, mine appears like this. Just say course, click, add, fee payment, add, trainee, add, tutor. You can remove that fee payment. You can just say hide table. So course ID, fee payment, trainee, add, tutor, add. So we have done all the tables. All those tables, just come to add table. Mine is a different version. I can see some of you may be using different version, but it's the same Microsoft Access, just use add table. You just add the table. So our parent table is the course ID, and course ID, course ID and course ID. Then you can say enforce. This is the course ID in the course table, and this is the course ID in the fee payment table. So you can put enforce referential integrity and create. So we have done that. This is the parent table, this one are the children. Now course ID again to the course ID in the trainee, enforce referential integrity and create. Course ID and course ID, enforce referential integrity and create. So these are how tables appear. Course ID, you can confirm. And then the trainee table, the trainee ID and the trainee ID, the trainee ID and the trainee ID, and this one trainee ID. You can enforce referential integrity and then create, and then save your relationship and close. So we have done that. We have done the four marks. Create an appropriate relationship. So that is the relationship that we have created. Then create a form named trainees form that will be used to enter data into trainees table. Add the following in the form. So we have created our relationship. Our relationship looks like this. You can see our relationship, course ID, parent, and this one are the children, and then this one parent table, trainee and trainee ID. This is the relationship. Make sure you save it and close it. Then let us come to form, creating a form for trainee. Create a form named trainees form that will be used to enter data into trainees table. Add the following in the form. So we come back to, we click trainee, create, then we come to form. It will load. Now this trainee, we first of all name the form trainees form. We save it as trainees form. So this is the trainees form. Now we have been told to design this form. You can come here, form heading, font size 15 and boldface. So the form heading, this is the form heading. The form heading should be bold and font size 15. And then command buttons, you should put command buttons for addition and deletion of records. So we need to put buttons for addition and deletion of records. That's 4 marks. So let us do that. So we come to design view. To design view, right click at the tab, design view, then we can design. So our form heading, it is at the form header, so we make sure it is 15, font size 15, and then bold, we put it bold. That is our form. And then down here, come here downwards at the form footer, you can drag the form footer put it some space, or you can put it at the footer. You can put the buttons at the footer or here, anywhere which you want to place your buttons, but we can choose the footer, the form footer. We can choose at the form footer. Now come at form design, and then the buttons. You can choose the buttons for some versions. If you click inside here, now the buttons, this one are the button. In some version, this box will have some xxx 4x. This one, it will have some 4x, and it depends with the version that you are using or you are utilizing. So that one will be button for, it will be an icon for our button. So let us put the button. We click on that icon there, and when we click on that icon, this icon here for button, the mouse will change. So you click and drag, long press the left part of your mouse and drag. Yeah, then you remove. You have created a button, and now our button is for record operations. The first button we have been told is to add, addition and deletion of records. So we will come to record operations. So click add, next. Then you can choose either text or a picture, but mine I want a text. Then I say next. Then the computer will give it a command, so you can leave it like that. So finish. So that is another button. Come to the button, you can see, click, also do the same. You click and drag. Then record operations, the next one is delete record, so you go to next. Then text, put a text. You can either choose text or a picture. So delete record, you can be next. Then the command, the other one command was 13, so this one computer has given it command 14, so it is automatic. Then we finish. So you can choose to place your can choose to design your buttons nicely, but these are the buttons for the add and delete. Now come back to the form view. From view, you can see the buttons are there, the add button and the delete button. So we have done that. We have done that question for size 18. So that is 4 marks. So please do subscribe. So let us look at question before. Enter the data into respective tables. That is 10 marks. And now in this question, it doesn't we enter data using forms. So to be in a safer side, please let us create forms. Don't enter data directly into the table. You can just come, for example, we have done with this, so you can save it and close it. So you can just come here and enter data blah blah blah, but because it is 10 marks, let us use forms to enter data, so that to be on the safe side, this is 10 marks. So we are going to enter this data, and we are going to start with the cause table. So you can come, click cause, then create table. Close, click cause, then create form to enter data. So that is the form for the cause, and we save that cause. You can just say cause form. Okay, and we make sure it is in form view. Now when we are creating the cause, now here we enter the data. So C001 professional photography 4500, so we can enter the data. So C001, 01 C01. I can put professional photography. Sorry, professional photography. Make sure you put the data the way it is. This one is a small p. You put the data the way it is. Professional photography, that is 4500. Then you just come down here and say next, this button here for next. Then we come to the next, C02 is capital C02, that is leather design. Leather, you can see how leather design is. Leather design, that is 3000. So I've shown you how to enter data. I will just, what I will do, so just when you finish, go to next, and when you open the course table, you can see my work is you can just expand this one to fit, yeah, to expand it, so you can see my as I'm entering data using the forms, it is entering into the table. So what I will do, save the changes, yes. So what I will do, I will continue adding the remaining data, and I will show you. I will just edit the video, so don't worry. So I've entered my last record. So if I come to the course table, my data has already been entered, and it looks the way it is. C01, C02, footwear, blah blah, 4500. So if I come to my table, it's the same way it is. So I have entered data using, so I close, and also I close that form. So I come back to tutor. With tutor, if you look at the tutor table, I think there was a little bit of mistake here at the C05, but you can comment down there, because C05 is not here. Now when you are entering this last record, it will because we have related these two tables. We have related the course table and the tutor table. Now when you are entering C05, this table, which is the parent, this data, it must relate with this the first data here. So what you do, because let us try to enter data, and then we shall see, because it will not let us enter data tutor. So click at the tutor table, create, then form, then come to form view. You can save it. Let us save it. Form, tutor form, then design view, sorry, form view. Let us enter our data, the tutor. So tut1 it is Kwame 1037 C01. Kwame 1037 C01. So I just put it next, and when I come to my tutor table, the data will enter into my table, so you don't worry. So come to the next. I will still edit my video, but I will show you this last one part. In our last record of tutor, this one, tut4, we have Fatima 4872. Then we have C05 capital 05. But when we try to enter the data, you cannot add or change a record because a related record is required in table cause. Now table cause doesn't have C05, but this tutor has C05. I think there was a mistake here. So what you do, but because we want to stay in a safe side, and what you come and do, you can first of all let us cancel. Let us come back to our we close. Just make sure we can close. Do you want now what we do? If you look at our tutor, the data is not entered, so you can close it. You close that table, close that form, then come to our database tools, our relationship. Then what we do, because we had said reinforce inferential integrity between the cause table and the tutor table, cause table and the tutor table, this one, cause ID and cause ID, we click on that relationship, this relationship here, we click on that, then we say edit relationship, then we remove inferential integrity. Just remove the inferential integrity, then you just say save and close. Then you come to tutor form, just open tutor form. You see 3 of 3, so we go to the next record. So the next record is tut4 Fatima, tut4 Fatima, is it Fatima 4872 C0 capital CO5, then we enter that record. So the record will enter. So if you look at the tutor table, it has entered because we have removed the inferential integrity, enforce referential integrity. So we close this one. So our data has entered into our table, cause, fee payment. Sorry, the only table is fee payment. The tutor, we have done the tutor, so we go back to, let us close them. So we enter data in we have done with course and tutor. Let us come to trainee. Already we had created a trainee form, so there is no need of creating another form. So there is the trainee form, just open it, but make sure it is in form view. Then we enter, let us enter the data. So enter the data. I will still the same process, tr1 Baraka C01. So you just say tr1 Baraka C01. So you can use this record, add record. So it has added. So you can come back again, tr2 Aisha C03, tr2 Aisha tr2 Aisha C03, then we say add record. So you see it is adding up. Then tr3 Lulendo, tr3 Lulendo tr3 Lulendo C02, add record. Then we have tr4 Zahara, then tr4 Zahara C04, add record. So the record has been entered. You can see tier 2, tier 3. It is the way it is. It is the way it is. Tier 1, Baraka, Aisha, Lulendo. You can see mine is the same, C01 up to C04. So you can just enter data in the fee payment table. So you can close all this, close all. Then fee payment, just come to fee payment, create form, click form, then form view, then you can enter data. So please do enter data like that way. I will show you how I have shown you how to enter data. So I will just edit the video and I will show you how the data is in the fee payment table. So enter data. So I've entered data using the payment form. You can see the payment form. I created a payment form. The data fee payment, I've entered my data. So that is how I have entered my data in every table. You look at the cost table, I've entered that data: fee payment, trainee, tutor. So I've entered the data. So, and entering data, we have answered that question number before. Enter data into that is 10 marks. So we will look at question number C. Please do subscribe. So let us answer the question number C. Create a query that would list all trainees and the name of the course they enroll in. Save the query as trainees query. So come to our database. We come to create query. You come and do query design. And when you create query design, you click add tables. Add tables. Mine is showing here. So we'll add the table for trainees and the course, because here they want the list all trainees and the name of the course, and the name of the course is in course table. So add those two tables and close your table. Now click here at the table, so we need all the trainee. So come at the trainee ID. We can choose the trainee ID, list all the trainees, and then we can say you can choose trainee name. So we can put the field of trainee ID, trainee name, and then the course. Choose the course table, then the course name, and then we run. This is a run button at the query design. This is the run button. We run TR. So all the trainees, their trainees name and their course name. So we save this query as trainees query capital. So save it as trainees query. Trainees query. So you can confirm if it has been saved like that. Trainees query, yeah, correct. Trainees query. Okay, so we close that. So do subscribe as we go to the next question. I hope you have subscribed. So let us look at C2. Display the course name and the fees for the course whose ID is C02. Save the query as C02. So we come at our database, create query design. Now the question add table, click add table. Mine is appearing here, but yours in other version they will be appearing a box. So choose the course table, add. Now we'll only choose the course table because our question comes from the course table. Display the course name, fees, and the course ID, whose ID is C02. Now we shall display those fields. So those fields are in the course table. So come at the course ID. We display also the course name. Also we display the course fee. They have said display the course name and the fees for the course, for the ID. So here in the criteria, in the criteria we put ID with C02. So in the criteria we put here in the course ID, at the course ID we put C02, and then as you can see, when I press enter or when I click down here, it is in speech marks, quoted, it has been quoted, so you can run, and that is it has displayed the C02 leather design and the fee. So we name our C02, we name our query as C02, save it, C02, okay. So put a comment down there and do subscribe. Welcome back. So let us tackle question C3. Compute the total amount paid by each trainee. Save the query as trainee total query. Now compute the total amount paid by each trainee. Now this one, we shall use this table. We shall use the trainee and also the fee payment. Now what the question is telling us, we compute the total amount paid by each trainee. For example, trainee number 4, TR4, paid 300 for course C04, and again he came and let us say for another date he came and paid trainee number 4 also, because the same course he paid another 500. So we are told to calculate the total cost. So total cost, it will be for train number 4, train number 3. So it will take this 500 plus this and 300. And then also, like for example, this train number 2, you see there's a day he came and paid, there's a time he paid 900, and also he came and paid 1200. So we are told to calculate the total cost. Like train number 1, also we calculate the total cost. So that is what the question is entailing. Compute the total amount paid by each trainee. So let us go back to our access. So we come now, this one we come, click create, then we shall not use query wizard, we may not, let us use the query, sorry, we may not be using query design. Let us use query wizard. You can use query wizard also, query design also, but I choose to use query wizard. So simple query wizard, okay. Then we choose the table that we need. Our table is the trainee table. Also we can choose the trainee ID, the trainee name, because we have been told compute the total amount paid by each trainee. So we can go to the fee payment and then click total amount paid. So we have selected trainee ID, trainee name, and then the amount paid. Then we say next. Then we come to summary. We click these summary options. Then when you do summary options, it calculates the field sum, average, minimum. It calculates the sum of the amount paid. Then we click OK. Then we click next. Now what title do you want for your query? We have been told to give it trainee total query. Trainee total query. Total is in capital. Trainee total query. Total query. Let me see if yes, total query. Make sure you save the way it has been saved. Trainee total query, and then we can say finish, and that is it. So if you look at our question, TR1 Baraka 3400, so we can just confirm TR1 came 1700 plus 1700, that 400. Like TR2, in tier 2 1200 plus 900, that is what, 2100. So yes, it has done the calculations. So we have done that. So we save it and we close, and we move to the next question. We move to the question. As we move to the next question, please do subscribe. Thank you very much. So question D1, create a report that summarizes the fee payments made by each trainee. Reports that summarize fee payments made by each trainee, and include the trainee ID, trainee name, and the total amount paid by each trainee. Order the records by the total amount paid from the highest to the lowest. Save the report as fee payment. Now in this case, already we had created a query. Yeah, for the total amount paid, this one, total amount paid, this one. So already we have this query. So from this query we are going to create a report, and if your query did not look like this, then you have to create a query like that one. This question C3 and D1, they are similar, they relate. So let us do that. Let us create a report. So when you are creating a report, we close that, come to create again. You can we use the report wizard. Click at the report wizard. Now because we have the query, trainees total query, we just use the query that we had created earlier. I've said this C3 and D1, they are related because total amount paid by each trainee. So you cannot do question D1 if you have not done question C3, because how will you get the total amount paid by each trainee? So it must, you have done it, you must have done C3. So we will create that report from this query, trainee total query, this trainee total query, our trainee ID, trainee name, sum of amount paid. So we are going to look at the total amount paid, that's the total amount paid, and then we click next. Do you want any grouping levels? No. What sort order do you want for your records? So we can put the sum of the amount paid, sum of the amount paid, and we have been told order of the reports recorded by total amount paid, from the highest to the lowest. So from the highest to the lowest means descending order. So we click there, descending order here, then we click next. So it can be, you can choose the layout, you can choose columnar, tabular, justified. For me I choose just tabular, then I say next. So what title order, save the report as fee payment. So we are going to save this as fee payment, so it's like that. Then we finish our report, get our report is loading. So we have done that. If you look at our report, sum of amount paid, that's the total amount paid, 3,400, trainee ID and the trainee name. So this is our report. So when you have the report, you save it. Then we can go to the D2, format the report as created as follows: title, trainees payments, and then footer text prepared by your index number. So we can choose the title, come to report design view, go to design view. Now the title is here at the report header, so we change the title, as trainees payments, and it is in capital letters, trainees payment, is it payment or payments? Trainees payments. So make sure you write the way it has been written, trainees payment. And then question number, the same question, footer text prepared by your index number. At the footer, so come and drag at the report footer, come and drag the report, looks like that. So here you can come and pick this label, A and small a, that is a label, this icon of A and small a. Then you can come and do this. Then footer text, the footer text should be written prepared by your index number. So you write the way it has been written, prepared by, then your index number. So I'm just guessing just an index number there, so the index number. So when you finish that, that's 2 marks. The report that you had created is 5 marks, the formatting is 2 marks. So when you have done that, just come and save your work and do the report view. Go to report view, then you see your report, trainees payment, and that the footer is prepared by your index number is there. And That is how it was supposed to be. That's how you have tackled. That's suppose how you tackle that question. So if I have made a mistake, please do comment there. You can also comment, subscribe, and things will be good. So wait for part 2. I'll do a part 2 also for the publisher. Do subscribe and keep watching. So we have done that. We have created the reports. So let me show you how to print. You can 4 tables, how to print a table. So you open a table like that, then come to file, print, and then click print. Then here you select the printer that you want. When you select the printer, you just click OK. Just click OK. That is how you print a table. The same with the query. You open the query, file, print, click print, then you can choose the printer, then you click OK. The same with the, you have been told to print 4 tables, then the trainee report, this report here. You just open the report, then file, again print, and then click print, and then it will print. Then click OK, then it will print. So that is how we have tackled this question. We have tackled these questions, and you can comment down there how many marks could I have gotten. That's how I've tackled the question. You see everything is okay, and I wish you well. Please do subscribe. Thank you very much.